Hey, good morning or good afternoon or good evening. I guess it just depends on what time of the day you're watching this. Mitch Evans, and you're on the Hill Brothers podcast. And hey, we got a great show today. I got three. Count them. Haley, how many guests? Three. We got three guests today and super duper special guests. And we're going to be talking about Hill Brothers and where the trucking company and the logistics company is going in the future. But I'm not going to tell you who, because I want you to come back right after this. Don't hit skip. And we're going to talk to three very important people about the future of Hill Brothers. Come on back after this.
Hey, welcome back. I really appreciate you not hitting skip and watching another video. Coming back here on the Hill, and right now, check this out. Sitting next to me is the Senior Director of Information Technology for Hill Brothers Trucking and Hill Brothers Logistics, Mr. Michael Johnson. Michael, thanks for joining us on location, only about 15 feet away from the studio. Why are we here, sir?
We're here to introduce a pretty hefty group of talent. We got a total, between all five of us, 138 years of experience, but the people I'm going to introduce are 95 years of that experience. So a lot of heat here. So we got Al Hill, we have Jesse Boyer on the end, and we have Kami Chavez in the middle.
All right. Well, as Michael said, we got a lot of talent here, a lot of years of talent. Now, that's certainly not talking about anybody's age, because I don't really want to talk about that, having just had a birthday. But yeah, hey, why are we doing this? Well, part of the reason we're doing this is we want to share information with all of our talented teammates. But we also want to tell the world that, hey, we're here. We've been here a long time. We'll talk about that in a minute, too. And we're going to be here for many, many years to come. So let's get this started, shall we, sir?
Sounds good.
I think the first thing that you and I need to do, though, is recognize that we are the only two remaining senior directors in this entire organization. There used to be a third.
Yeah.
What happened to that third person?
Yeah. She's sitting over in the middle right here with Kami Chavez in her new role.
In a new role, Executive Vice President, now our boss.
Executive Vice President.
Mrs. Executive
Make me
Vice
red card
President.
you.
So we're going to talk about our raises later on in the show, but we'll come back to that.
Yes.
Let's get this going. Al, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Well, certainly we've all witnessed some leadership changes. We just talked about one of the biggest ones. Walk us through what's going on at Hill Brothers with our new leaders.
Well, just like any business, change is evolutionary. It's necessary. We have got the best team that money can buy as far as logistics and running the trucking operations. Kami was promoted to executive vice president just recently, so we're extremely excited about that. Jesse runs the whole show down there at logistics, both at bulk and in Omaha. I can't emphasize the leadership and how powerful they are for the future of this company.
Kami, follow-up question for you then. So what does that transition in your new role, what does that mean for everyone else?
Well, for me, my title may have changed, but my approach to leadership has not. I've been here for many years. Well, I won't timestamp myself, 2.5 decades. So I've had the privilege of working across all departments with many leaders. And so not only do I know them and their working style, I also know the challenges they face. And I want to be clear that I'm not an expert in all things. However, my main goal is to remove obstacles from all of our leaders so they can have a better path to success. So I'm here to support.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. And if, certainly, your newest subordinates, but certainly we've been working with Kami for many years now. Yeah. Boy, I couldn't pick a better word to describe your leadership style, and that's support. Whatever we need, we get. Kami's right there. So thank you for that.
Minus
Jesse?
your raise.
Oh, yeah. hey, we're going to come back to that. Mr. Vice President, let's talk about logistics for a minute, shall we?
Let's do it.
Certainly a lot of change going on in the logistics world, not only just at Hill Brothers, but in the entire space. Most recently, the Montgomery decision that came down from the Supreme Court, that really changed the dynamics. But then a very sizable judgment against C.H. Robinson. What changes at HBL do you see, well, one, as we grow, but two, to protect Hill Brothers and our customers from things such as Montgomery?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, Mitch. I think first and foremost, as big of an industry as the transportation brokerage space is, what this ruling showed us is a lot of people still don't know what transportation brokerage is. But all kidding aside, here at Hill Brothers, and more importantly, Hill Brothers Logistics, we are committed to running a safe and legal business. It's going to be kind of a three-tiered approach is what we're going to be changing here, Mitch. First, it'll be educating our people and giving our compliance team the tools and resources to move into this new space. I think the second piece of that, much like anything, a technology company will come out of somewhere to sell us on how we can better protect our risk management. And I'm sure pairing that with highway will make us a very formidable logistics company. And then the third piece will be coming down to really educating our customers in this new space, right? Mm-hmm. Not that we're not committed to hitting OTP and OTD measurables of 97 to 98%, but I think we all share customer and Hill Brothers Logistics alike is no company driver, no partner carrier, or a bystander driving on the road to get to A and B's life is worth rushing it for on-time delivery. And so we will continue to evolve here at Hill Brothers and Hill Brothers Logistics, but more importantly, we'll stay in that safe and legal mantra as we move forward.
Nice. Yeah, thank you for that, Jesse.
Yeah, you bet.
Well, you mentioned technology. I mean, technology, you and I, we've joked over the years about, our system and what the capabilities of that are. But one of the big projects right now that we have going on, I'll let you introduce the actual product, but is a new transportation management software. So why is that and why now is that so important?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Look at the IT guy having the IT question, right? But all kidding aside, it was just necessary for us to compete in this space. We've kind of evolved and outgrown our current TMS providers. So through a project kind of spearheaded by Kami, with the influence of Michael and the HBL leadership, we came upon selecting Revinova as the new TMS system that's going to really fuel our growth into the future. I think part of the reason, or the biggest reason we asked the ownership for this investment is to position the logistics company for the future. Not only in terms of revenue, but most importantly, setting our people up for success long term. I like to call us the best mummy in the business because we have so many good processes and procedures that are band-aided. With a technology lift like this, we'll essentially get rid of all those band-aids and give us a clear line of sight to success from A to B. So I'm more bullish now than ever that if you give our people the tools to succeed in a market that's better than it's been, we're going to do some pretty exciting things here.
I mean, that's a great answer. And thanks for sharing that, Jesse. What should the logistics team expect in these next couple of years?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Cam and I share this kind of mantra moving forward is, get ready, buckle up to be uncomfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? That's where true change and true growth is sparked. So that's really what we're going to be doing moving forward. We're really going to be investing in our people's stories. We've got a big number out there to hit in 70 million, and that does not happen overnight. We had to bring in some new minds in the industry with Paul and Colin from other walks of life to challenge the way that we do things here at HBL, or more importantly, complement where we're looking to go. So I would say that's kind of what we're looking forward to. And then also as we shift into this thrive mentality here at Hill Brothers and HBL is our people are going to be rewarded, or better yet, compensated for the day-to-day performance that they bring in.
You talk about those performances and those things that keep us going, but what are you most proud of over the course of the last couple of years for for that whole logistics team, and any of you guys are willing to are welcome to answer that question as well.
Yeah, I'll start and then I'll kick it over to Al and Cami. But I think over the last 4 years it was really hard, and when teams hit adversity, they can go one of two ways. They can go on their own, or we can, believe in the mission and stay committed. And that's what I'm proud of our team is not that we didn't disagree, not that we didn't experience a little bit of egg on our face, but we stayed committed to the message and stayed together as an HBL group. And ultimately that should help us transform and just get out in front of this a lot quicker. When it was hard, we built a bulk brokerage with Tyler Schoberg spearheading that. So if we can build a business from 0 to X when it's hard, theoretically, what's that going to look like when it's more in our favor? So super excited about that. And like I said in the previous, is allowing our people to get some wins under their belt. You know, they work really hard. Transportation isn't for everyone. You know, you just don't punch the clock and slide down the Brontosaurus at 5. I mean, it's a 24/7 all gas, no quit industry. And I'm just really proud of our people. And now it's on us as leaders, to Kami's point, to get rid of some of these guardrails for them to be successful now and in the future. Kami?
I would say I am most proud of, I think we need to keep in mind all of the departments that make Hill Brothers what Hill Brothers is. There's accounting, there's IT, there's marketing, there's safety, there's maintenance, obviously logistics, there's the truck line. I think that we all band and work together and we adapt when changes come our way, and we see it through every single time. So I think we have a great set of not only leaders, but just our people in general, our drivers, our carriers, and without them, we wouldn't have had the success that we have today.
Right. The board is, the allocation of capital for our growth is there. We've got the money. We made the decisions to go with a new TMS. That is probably the biggest decision we've had in years. And I couldn't be more proud to hand the keys off to you guys to see where this takes us, because we are preparing to thrive. I mean, business is good. I've never seen economic conditions for the truck line and logistics be better for the future, because Jesse was right. The last 2 and 3 years were tough. It was tough to get margins, but I think we're in a position now more than ever to prepare to thrive.
And that's a great spot to ask this next question. And it has to do with confidence. So, Jesse, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
As you look into the future, and certainly the future of Hillbros, what gives you confidence about what we got going on?
Yeah, I think, you know, Al just touched on it more than anything. We've got a very motivated board coming out of this cycle that really wants to propel with some capital and start spending some money on what it's going to take to be successful in this space, right? It's either kind of adapt or die is kind of what we're trying to look at. And, you know, thank you to the board, Al, and everyone for investing in the TMS. You know, there are going to be other tech spends that we're going to be asking here over the years just to compete. But more importantly, I think what we have that a lot of people don't have is just this commitment to the next 50 years of being successful. You know, we want a sustainable business. When I started here, we were an asset overflow, and then we grew like a weed during COVID, much like other people did. But I think what we've done post-COVID is really plant our flag that we are, you know, a $50 to $100 million logistics company and a $100 million plus organization that has no interest in going anywhere anytime soon. Kami?
I feel like I'm double dipping a bit because, but ultimately for me, my confidence is based on our people, period. I mean, I think we have a great team. We have a great leadership team. And I'm also, and I know, and I've experienced working with the board for many, many years. And I know when we give a proposal and we believe in it and stand behind it, that we have their support. And they're not scared to take calculated risk on us. And generally it pays off. And if we do fail, we fail fast and we learn from it. It's never, failure isn't like a bad thing. We've all grown and we've learned from it. And I think we just continue to adapt.
Yep.
Al, what gives you confidence?
Oh, it's the people we have. I mean, without a doubt, and our customer base. I mean, we've got probably 15 of the top Fortune 500 companies as customers. Their confidence level gives me confidence. Our people give me confidence. The book of business going forward and growing the book of business gives me the confidence I need. And the banking, we got solid relationships with all our financiers, and without them, we wouldn't have the capital to grow. But we're in a really good position right now. Really good position.
Michael.
Yeah.
Hey, let's ask each other a quick question. What gives you confidence?
I think it's perspective. Every single person in this space right here has sat in the seats of all the people that they directly supervise. And I think that gives me confidence that when we make these decisions, it's not coming from a C-suite, a multi-billion-dollar corporation that has never sat there. You know, we're making this decision for our people, and I think that goes a long way to know what those people deal with on a day in, day out basis. So I think just those decisions that we continue to make they're grounded. They're very educated and a lot of experience, 95, 138 years total of experience in the industry. I think that says a lot. And that perspective goes a long way from the decision-making process we have right now.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And one of my most favorite stories is a few years ago, I was traveling down L Street in a winter storm. Everything was iced up. And our trucks, if you've ever been to our yard, is kind of sits low. And the only way to get out of our yard is to go uphill. Well, no trucks could get up the hill. The ice had everything shut down. Hill Brothers, all of our competitors down there. And as I got closer to L Street, I'm like, hey, there's a front end loader out on L Street. Hey, there's some guy with the hood up, gloves on, dragging a chain. And as I got closer, I realized that was Mr. Al Hill out there chaining up not only Hill Brothers trucks, but he was pulling our competitors up the hill too. What gives me confidence is that is exactly what Michael alluded to. Everybody at Hill Brothers gets in the trenches, gets in the weeds with their people. We don't ever ask anybody to do anything more than what we're willing to do too. And that's exactly what makes a great team. So that's what gives me confidence. That's going to continue in the future. Although, Mr. Hill, I don't want to see you out on L Street in the ice storms anymore.
Oh, baloney. I'm going to drive that front end loader in the next ice storm.
Hey, do me a favor. Don't hit skip. Come on back right after this. We got more with Mr. Al Hill, Mrs. Kami Chavez, and Mr. Jesse Boyer, and my co-host, Mr. Michael Johnson. We'll be right back. Hey, thanks for coming back. I always appreciate when you don't skip and watch some cat video or something, because we got a lot of great things going on in here at Hill Brothers. And Mr. Michael Johnson is going to kind of wrap it up and talk about some of those exciting things. Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of really good stuff. I mean, the industry, we've heard about, kind of the excitement. But, really what I want to know is from the rest of the group is, what is keeping them up at night? What they're excited about. We are in the middle of our fiscal year, so we'll give each of them kind of an opportunity to talk through the things that are, maybe keeping them a little bit nervous, or things that are just really exciting on the horizon.
You want me to go first? All right. Well, the things that could keep me up at night are Washington, D.C., and some of the legislation that they either pass or don't pass. Everything from illegal immigration, truck drivers. I'm sure everybody's heard about that. That's still up in the air. Elections have consequences. It's really just comes down to what legislation is going to be thrown at us and what we can control and what we can't control. The price of equipment is just going through the roof. That keeps me up at night. And last but not least is trial lawyers. I can't stand trial lawyers. So hopefully no trial lawyers are watching this, but I got a real bone with that. But anyway, those are the three things that kind of keep me up at night.
Okay. Well, you'll see a common theme with me. What's keeping me up at night, I would say, is still revolving around people. I know that we have had a lot of change here, and so trying to get those changes and communication out to everyone and ensuring everyone else is feeling comfortable, because there is nothing to worry about. That is something that keeps me up at night. I do want to listen, not to respond, but to understand. And we have a lot of opinionated people that have a lot of experience and want to do a lot of things. And it's our jobs as leaders to help prioritize those things. We can't do everything at once. And as you can see with the wall behind me, it's one of my favorite statements: focused on what matters. It's the mantra that I live by. We pick and choose our battles wisely, support each other, have each other's back, some of our old school ones that haven't been brought up for quite some time, and remain adaptable. I mean, it's for the greater good. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. And we're a little uncomfortable, which means we're growing.
I think for me, what keeps me up at night is, Tyler and I are constantly trying to anticipate the resources and the personnel needs we need to stay in front of this market. So just want to make sure that we're giving our people the resources that they need. Worst thing we could do after the last 2 years is have the freight spigot turned on and us not be in a position to catch all of this freight that's coming into HBL would be the first one. The second piece would be the market turning. If there's any kind of, change in the market, do our customers go into that, hey, you guys have taken care of us for so long, we just need to go for these people that are undercutting the market. But to Al's point, we've got great relationships, and I think that they ultimately enjoy working with Hill Brothers Logistics. So that negative could be very quickly turned into a positive.
Yeah.
And then on the personal note, a little bit joking, is making sure that this business runs so that I can keep my daughter's competitive volleyball bills paid.
Pricey.
Because that can be quite pricey, but watching her succeed and do what she likes is all worth it. And I think more importantly for me, what gets me so excited is just once again, once we hit that 70 million and go beyond, being in front of our people and watching them, get that win, that they believe in the mission and they actually have such a huge part in making this place successful, right? We're only 5 up here, but there's hundreds of us out there. And we need each and every one of you guys pulling in the same direction for us to be successful now, and more importantly in the future as we grow to hopefully 200 million plus here at Hill Brothers. So.
Yeah, you're spot on. I mean, I think there's a lot to be excited about. I mean, I think that you've touched on some of the different people parts, but we've got some pretty big news coming up. I mean, if you've been following along, Hill Brothers isn't just popped up yesterday. We're about to celebrate a big one.
A big one.
And so
There it is.
50 years.
So,
50 years, guys.
So we'll let Al talk a little bit about, we've got some really cool stuff planned, and that stuff starts kicking off in January.
Yeah, so officially, we started out in 1977 with my father. We had no money. We borrowed money from any friends and family and banks, and just to kick it off before deregulation. So for those who don't realize, deregulation kicked in 1980. So we had 3 good years ahead of us. And then President Carter deregulated the truck lines and the airlines in 1980. And we've been hop, skipping, jumping, growing, receding, growing, receding. I've gone through 3 or 4 recessions, and we've always been able to beat it. So I feel very bullish. I think now more than ever, with the 50-year anniversary coming up, we can really expand business. We're going to have a lot of events coming up next year, but stay tuned to that.
Yeah.
I am 67 years old, and I plan on working a long time. So I don't know what else I would do. And I love this business. I love the people in this business. Vendors are all our employees, obviously, but it's just such a great industry to be in. I wish it was more profitable. Trucking is a tough business. Logistics is a tough business, but we can do it. We're gonna do well, and with the team we got here, you'll see the results. So, with that said, anybody else?
It takes a lot to get to 50. It's not easy, especially to Al's point, in the transportation space. It can be cutthroat. And one of the things I always tell younger people about our industry is think about it, right? If you want to pull up your phone and go, hey, where should I go eat? What's a really good restaurant? What do we do? What are we doing when we do that? We're searching what?
The internet.
On what platform? The IT guy of all people. Google. We're Googling it. Google is a noun because it's the name of a company, but it's so powerful and so vastly we verbed it. You're Googling something. Boy, you talk about a monopoly. That's them. Nothing could be further from the truth in transportation. You can throw a rock and find a competitor, which means if you want to hit 50 in this industry, you got to be good. And it's the people at Hill Brothers that make this place good. But it also is what makes us great, is we invest in our people, and we got another 50 years coming. So I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Al Hill, Mrs. Kami Chavez,
Thank you.
Mr. Jesse Boyer.
Thank you.
To my dear friend, our Senior Director of Information Technology, soon to be Vice President of Information Technology, Mr. Michael Johnson. And to all of you out there at Hill Brothers especially, hey, let's not forget our drivers. They get up every day.
Yep.
If the wheels aren't rolling, well,
Yeah.
we're not doing much of anything other than just sitting around and talking. So all of our drivers, all of our teammates out there, thank you so much for making Hill Brothers a very, very special place to work. And do me a favor, come back after this. Haley and I are going to wrap it up, and we'll see you next time right here on the Hill. Thank you.
God bless you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming back. And, instead of hitting skip and going on to the next video, just kind of wrapping up the day with me. Mitch Evans here on the Hill. And wow, What a great show. That was just a fantastic episode, I think. Haley, what do you think? Haley says it was a great show, probably because she's the producer and produced it. We had Al Hill, our president and owner, our brand new executive vice president, Kami Chavez, and our vice president of logistics, Jesse Boyer, on the show. And boy, I tell you what, we're off almost 50 years old, and we got another 50 years ahead of us. I might not be here for that total 50. I'm guessing probably not, but some of you might be. So we're looking forward to another fantastic year, another fantastic few years. You heard it right from Al, Kami, and Jesse. So I appreciate you watching, giving us a chance to talk about all the great things going on here. Hey, next week when we do our next podcast, Haley, what do we got going on then? Oh, Haley said it's another great show. So come on back, and we'll see you next time right here on the Hill with Mitch Evans.